sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Run. Run to the bunker now.
Welcome to the Dobsonian powered solar sessions. Here we go again. What a hell of a week I'm having. Here we go again. Massive explosion. But is it towards the Earth or towards the far side? Remember that thing of the halo? It was a halo CME that you just saw. Well, we will explore that in a moment and we will figure it out. So you can be calm down, or by the opposite,
run to the bunker. Now.
Okay, Houston, we've had a problem here. This is Houston, say again, please. Houston, we've had a problem.
All right. Did you watch the Comet?
Altitude block.
Did you watch the Comet? Look, we watched it here 3 times, I guess. We were the first ones to watch the Comet live. And I could watch it naked eye. I think I have a lucky star or something, because the weather is awful here, with stormy weather. And suddenly the best night was Thursday. The sky opened it up just for the comet. I called my wife. She was on the city. Look, we got a comet. As she left everything with my son, and she came here to watch the comet. Once in a life event. So if you didn't watch it and you have the opportunity, these days still be visible. Hello Hunter, Jenkins, X-Chaser, Chromamac, Deborah, Reese, Mary, Cruz, Blazing Star, Sabs, Slightly Unstable, just slightly. Kathy, Tubi, Angela, everybody's here, Chug. You were talking about the sports. Man, the sports, I feel like you. I don't watch sports, but there's a thing that I try to study in myself, because I really don't like soccer and those kind of sports. But I like Olympics and I like swimming. And my daughter is swimming in competition. It's very young. And my son, it's autist, and he's now on competition as well. He will start on adaptive, it's how they call it, it's inclusive, adaptive competition. It's like for the Paralympics or so. He's very excited with it. But that swimming, I like it. But you were talking in the chat, I was reading you, about the sports, everything. Look, the thing that I hate on sports like soccer, and there's more football, there's more, is that it's like politics. You have 2 sides fighting against each other, a massive crowd in each side that just is no brain. It's like fighting against each other, even that one side has the true with them, they never accept it and they fight against each other. So it's kind of fanatism. I hate that, and I hate to belong or to be part of that crowd. However, in different sports like gymnastics and swimming, they are more individual, and it's one human being trying to do the best they can, and it's only the family. Look, my doctor is on competition. Who cares? Me, my family, and the coach and her team. Nothing else care about that. So that's about the sports. Thank you, thank you. They are very excited. The thing is to do something. I had an awful week. I had to put some drops of medicine in my eyes before the stream because of the dust of building here. I had kind of a preparation to be a prepper. True. I was without any water at home. Almost. I had the rain. I captured water from the rain. And I could get some water from a different source. So we can keep clean because they have the school. My wife has to go as well. And do our stuff. And drink from the bottle only. And it was awful. But today I could take my bath. Warm bath again. Shower. And everything is fine now. But it was interesting to connect that with the prepper. Because I was living like a stone age. Yes, I had the electricity, but I didn't have any water. So I thought, well, this is kind of a preparation for something. I survived. Stone age prepping. I wish I could do more, invest more on prepping. On the basics. Well, electricity, I'm kind of prepared. Water, I just leave that. Any water here. I live in Algarve, Portugal. I live here. Continent, Europe. Country, Portugal. Region, Algarve. 37 latitude, Bortle 5. Woo! It's the rise!
The rise of the Phoenix!
The rise of the Phoenix! I'm sure many of you explorers can relate like Star Guy that is rising again from Milton after Helene on Florida. He had to be evacuated, he and his family. And he returned already, rebuilding everything, restarting.
The restart!
Chris Green with a fire on its property. Rise of the Phoenix again. Yeah, it's like political, man. It's a crap, man. And the world is so divided. So divided. If one guy says one thing that it's correct, and you are on the other team, you should accept it's correct. That's how humans will evolve. It will be AI to rule it all.
The AI revolution.
Yes, Florida. Greetings to Florida. Rise from the
ashes. The rise from the ashes. I like that one.
Yeah, Milton, man. I can't see the pictures and the images of that. And then I scroll on TikTok. TikTok is, man, they have such CGI and AI images. They exaggerate everything and they put this music like I use here, underground, on the background. And it makes us feel bad. So I don't watch those images.
A survivor.
Man, we never know when it will happen. A blackout or something. You are not late, I'm just starting. Well, it's warming up, the sun, astroparticles. It's warming up. That's what we will watch right now. But you want to know about this explosion, no? Yeah, what a nightmare, man. What a nightmare. It's dangerous to connect those weird hurricanes and thunderstorms. Well, I will leave this topic. It's better. This is not like North Korea. I can't say everything. I wish I could. I want to keep the channel alive. If the CME happened today, you just have to visit a few days. Okay, let's see the CME. Because there was a massive explosion of plasma that you can see here. But hold on your horses. Let's analyze it. Look. The explosion was here, 16. We have something weird here right before the explosion, but it's nothing to worry about. I will show you. You see? This thing. You see? Look at the sun. This was at 16, so yesterday, 2 o'clock UTC time. So more or less yesterday at the beginning of this live stream. Look at the sun. I will move forward. Bam! Bam! Flip twice. You see? This flip is nothing to worry about. It's just it was just a calibration of SDO Solar Dynamics Observatory that was calibrated. These are machines, instruments that need to be calibrated, and it's nothing weird. It's weird to watch, but it's nothing out of this world. It was not an alien that turned it around or something. Don't worry. So, but this was weird because it was before the explosion. Look, earthquake. Earthquake. 3.2 on Chile. Let me see well, my area, United States, it's clear for today. And my area as well. It was right before the explosion, look. You see? The explosion, it's here, look. Right before, it turned around, it flipped twice, and then BAM! That makes the things harder. Now, the explosion. I was analyzing a lot. Usually I don't analyze a lot before the live stream. I just do a quick run and to see what's happening here, there, and there. And these images to have a clue, and then I like to analyze it with you. It's more natural. But this time I was in doubt. And to put a thumbnail like this one, massive explosion of plasma, and it was a massive explosion of plasma. But if you notice it, I didn't say, as usually I say, headed to the Earth, or it's coming, or it's happening, or something. Because it doesn't seem so. Maybe we were lucky, but we need further investigation. Look, before the explosion, let's go back. I was in doubt because of this, I will show you. And we have another thing. We don't have some data as well. This is weird. We don't have a few moments of data from the instrument because of that calibration. Okay, so the data is weird. But before the explosion, we have this. This one is the sunspot that we are worried about right now because it's headed the Earth. These are almost departing sunspots. They still have impact on us. But this one is right in front of us. It's dead centered.
Dead centered.
Run.
Run to the bunker.
And we have this small here, this small here. But think with me. It's dead centered. Okay. And now let's analyze. It's this here. This was right before the explosion. And my doubt, that's why I was analyzing a lot, was because right after, before the explosion, this happened. You see? Bam. 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 This is a flare. You see the patterns here? This is a cross here. Cross with double spikes. This is a flare. And here we always you see these small patterns here? Well, this is a flare, trust me. And I thought, can this be the trigger of the event? and then I zoom out to see. But the event was already happening. You see here? So it was not that flare. That was a relief. Somehow. Because if it was from this flare, first it will come the flare, usually, and then the coronal mass ejection, which is plasma explosion to the space. But this was already here. And then, bam, you see the explosion here? It was a smaller one. We can see something here. You see? Look, I go back. Back. Forth. You see? This here, this region is being affected. So there was an explosion here. And it keeps with smaller explosions. And another one. You see? Very hot region. Very dynamic. So this region can generate a next flare any moment. Any moment. It can be today, tomorrow. We don't know. This region. Let me see the sunspot number so I can tell you. The sunspot number is the 3856. The 56. So and then what I saw here, hold on. Here. If you go to NOAA. No, here. On the flares. On the flares. We can see here M flares. Double M flare here yesterday during the day. Double M flare here. And today we just had a strong ham here as well. During my night. And your night as well. It was at the beginning of your night on United States. And this was the explosion we saw here. From the flare. This flare was here. This flare, you can see perfectly here. See here? These spikes. See? This was at 17, so today at 2 o'clock, 20 past 2 a.m. 20 past 2 a.m. There we go. 20 past 2 a.m. Right here. This was this flare. This was this flare. And we had another one that I didn't identify yet. So this was this flare. But it was after that event. After that event. This. Why is this event to worry about? Because of that thing. This is a hollow CME. This is called a hollow CME. And it's the trick I tell you every time with this. The CME moves towards space, stuck, its plasma stuck in a magnetic field. So this bulb that you see the white because it's the density of that plasma, but the formation, that shape of a bulb, it's because of the magnetic field, which is invisible. It's magnetic field. And when the magnetic field hits toward the Earth, it does like this, the circle. You see the hollow CME, you see the circle like this. But as we, so far, hopefully in the future, we will have 3D. But so far we have just this kind of images. It's a plan of 2 dimensions, so 2D. We can't say for sure if it's like this, going forward or going backwards. So far away from the Earth. And we use different tricks to try to figure it out before the official institutions tell us. So if it comes like this, it will impact the Earth if it goes far away. But the circle here in the image will be the same. We can't tell just looking at this if it's towards the Earth or not. Now, I will tell you. See? Hollow CME. It's a hollow. Because if it goes to the side, you will not see that shape of a circle. You will see something like an ellipse or something. However, if it's too close to the center, as they expand a lot, these solar storms expand to the sides as well. That's why even to the sides, they oftentimes reach the Earth and generate those impacts and geomagnetic storms. Will this one generate? Well, first we could see that event that makes some confusion, that solar flare right dead on, but as it was after the event, it's not related with this, and I didn't see anything on the surface that could tell me that it was farsighted, headed to the Earth, and by the opposite, that should be farsighted. Now, this was my first analysis of this. Then, I was searching for information of the official institutions to validate that. But so far, remember we have different time zones, so Europe wake up first, then United States. So far, we just have from Europe, if any. Earthquake. This is real-time monitoring of earthquakes. It was on Cuba. Okay. So first, at the right out of the gate, by my eye meter, I can say that it's farsighted. Let me check the shot because I'm... Oh, I have here a super shot, sorry. I will check everything now. My shot froze. Chris Green! Chris Green is in the house! Hello, Chris Green! Chris Green is in the house! Hi everybody, make some noise! Yes, we make. Noise is what I make more. Let me refresh my chat, otherwise I can't communicate. And it's important. Alright, there we go. Let's see if any... Kevin Palmer is in the house! Our moderators, very, very good. Thank you, PPLand, thank you. If you're enjoying the show, remember to give it a like to spread it all over the world. Tiago, try to capture the Doppler effect on the moon. What's that? Man, I don't know everything. You know that I'm not a scientist, huh? I'm a guy like you, less than you, because I don't know that. I will check, no. I will check. There was a mother that said to my wife, oh, look, my son has the top exams results in everything, but he never studied. And my wife told me that, and I say, she's lying. She's lying. Doppler effect. The Doppler effect refers to change in frequency or wavelength of a wave as perceived by an observer moving relative to the source of the wave. Oh man, this is complicated. This effect is commonly experienced with sound, but it can apply to all types of waves, including electromagnetic waves like light. So what do you want me to do? To watch with a telescope the Doppler effect on the moon? How can I do that? How can I see a change in frequency of a wave on the moon? Tell me in the chat because I don't know. It was look. There's a lot of hype in a topic. It's about the gravity, and they are contradicting dark matter. Well, dark matter, it's something that they can't prove, so it's not. In my opinion, I'm 50-50. Can exist or not? Can have a different explanation. There's the Mondo explanation as well with the gravity. Well, there's a lot of hype with some gravity waves in the universe, something like that. But I always pick those. I'm very interested and open-minded about those topics, new topics. But I always watch them with caution. That means that 50-50. The benefit of the doubt, but not blocking. No, that doesn't exist. No, give the benefit of the doubt, because at the end of any report of that, they say that we don't have any evidence of that yet. So until they have evidence of something, we need to be cautious. But talk about that is fine. Doppler effect is like when a car is higher pitched. Is higher pitched coming at you than driving. I know that. I don't think there is a way to do that to the moon. Yeah. That's the velocity, no? That's why we see the stars when they are red. They are going further away from us. And the bluish one means they are getting closer, no? The objects in the deep sky, no? That's the Doppler effect, no? I suppose. That thing of the car. Okay. Man, gravity, there's many things that we don't know around science. The thing is to keep open-minded. Because if you notice, many people, old people usually, they got those scientific discoveries as a fact, and that's it. We know it all, and no. Scientists are always doubting. Always. If you notice, the real scientists, not online pseudo-scientists, the real scientists that are working, they, for us, they are always in doubt. And the word I don't know or the sentence I don't know is often said by them. The opposite that you see online. Online, everybody knows everything. It's this, it's that, because of this, because of that, because they copycat. And they... Not all, of course. Gravity may create time, but it's even weirder. Our models don't currently fully explain what we see in the universe. They don't know. We don't have a theory of everything. They don't know. They can't match quantum mechanics with the Einstein theory, no? The relativity. We don't know many things, man. Loads of things. They can't explain many things about these galaxies. They were not supposed to be there. And it looks like sometimes there are propositions or hypotheses about parts of the universe that expand less than the others, and this is very weird. We can't confirm and maybe never confirm if there are multi-universes. How can we confirm that? Going there? We need to be open-minded. Now look, this solar flare has a rating. It's an M flare, but it's not headed to the Earth according to my analysis. Now I will validate that because I was searching. I like to pick. Remember, Europe wake up first, so it's natural that they start working on that before United States, unless it's a huge event, a really massive event. They have to be. I don't know how they do that, the United States team, but they have to something to inform not us first, but primarily astronauts and power grids, so they can be prepared for satellites and everything. Otherwise, it's a problem. So I was searching, and the European Space Station included that in the report. That, I mean, this massive event that you see, it's a hollow CME. It looks like or headed to the Earth or to the far side. And they have something here. It's not very consistent or 100% validates it, but it adds to this equation. And they said in the report, they say it's a long report, the solar activity, and they say here a hollow coronal mass ejection first appeared in SOHO LASCO C2. LASCO C2 is this one. SOHO is the instrument. LASCO C2 is the instrument that takes the blue one, and the red one is LASCO C. No, this one is C3. The C2 is the red one. Earthquake on Alaska. The blue one. You see this arm is to protect this coronagraph from the activity around the spaceship, because there's loads of solar activity around the spaceship. It creates somehow an environment near the spaceship that they have to separate it further away from the spaceship with this arm here, so the cameras can do their job without being messed up by the plasma. It's very weird. The sun, it's amazing. So they say, European Space Agency, today, 17th of October 2024, that a hollow coronal mass ejection CME, a hollow is this hollow here, first appeared in LASCO C2 field of view. An initial analysis suggests this CME is likely to have originated from the backside of the Sun. So, an initial analysis, take it with caution, because they say an initial analysis. That means that they, at least it's my interpretation, they say there will be this and this and that, it's a thing. Well, we're not very well sure. Maybe they don't use the word maybe, but it's the same. Maybe it will hit the Earth or not, or maybe it will not hit. Maybe it's far-sighted. Saying an initial analysis, it's an intelligent way to say maybe. No? So they can't be compromised, because this is an official report. An initial analysis means that if they fail, they say that, well, it was an initial analysis, but after further analysis, we considered that this in fact is not far-sighted and it's headed to the Earth. It can happen. That's why they are cautioned with this. But as we did already our eye-meter analysis, and it matches what they are saying, that adds to the far-sighted hypothesis, okay? So this is the only institution that right now talked about this. I didn't see anybody else talking about this explosion. I assume it's far-sighted. And we have more. We have more. Then I was searching for more information. And now, this is the trick that I use. It's the solar orbiter, the trick that I use to figure it out if it's far-sighted. Why? Because solar orbiter, when that solar orbiter, it's a spacecraft, when it is in the far side of the sun, if a flare has a measure here in the Earth side and a higher measure on the far side, that means far-sighted, right? It's simple deduction. However, the problem is that right now it's not on the far side. The solar orbiter, it's right here. The sun, it's here at the right. The Earth, it's here. And you see here, this line was the path of the orbit of Solo. And Solo did like this, and right now it's here. So it's not on the far side, so we can't use for as we've been using. However, being here, it is supposed if a flare with a strong coronal mass ejection, a hollow CME like this that will cover everything and impact the Earth at the left, will be captured by Solo as well. And on Solo, we don't have any strong X flare or M flare or something like that at the side. But this only says us to the side. It's not a very good instrument to check that, but it matches what we are expecting. A far-sighted explosion, not headed to the Earth. So it's one more information, not very reliable because of the position of the spacecraft right now on space around the sun. When it's far-sighted, it's easier. It is white or black, it's easier. But this time it's on the left side of the sun. But we have another information here from another team that I like, a European team that I like to follow, which is from Austria. And they have a model that with all the CMEs, they include many CMEs, even that they are slow. For instance, NOAA, if you don't know, NOAA only consider on their models the CMEs that have an impact on Earth. So if there's a huge CME, but it's far-sighted or it's not headed to the Earth, it will not impact the Earth, according to them. They will not include anything on their prediction model. NASA, by the opposite, includes, even if it's not, if it's huge, they include. Before the stream, they didn't have anything. We will check again in a moment. So from United States, we don't have anything yet. From Austria, they include everything here. And if we go to the moment of the explosion, so October 14, October 15, October 16, they have I'm not sure if it's that one, but it looks like. The problem is they don't refer anything, but it looks like there's a CME on the far side here. I'll show you. But I'm not sure. They don't. We don't know if it's updated. It's very hard when they don't connect too much with the public in general. I don't know why, but hopefully in the future they will make that transition. This is the sun, and this is the CME. You see, they included here. I'm not sure if it's that one already. It can be. It can be. It should be. So if it's that one, we don't have anyone right headed to the Earth on their model. From then, as you can see here, if I start playing from the 16, 17, and look, the Earth is here, the Sun is here, and we have here a CME. They consider an impact. Let me see when it was formed. This is not this one. So this was from... Bam, there we go, here. This was from October the 12th. So this was already October the 12th. Well, this is weird. This one, it's expanding. You see, it's expanding. It's very small, but I can't zoom this here. Expanding. Very low, very slow. October 16, and they predict an impact of this one, sided impact, so at the flank on October 17. So it is today. Well, it's the only one that have this, so we take it with caution. So this is the information we have right now. We have also stereo that had yesterday the flare here. Stereo is here. Look, stereo is another spacecraft. We have stereo ahead, stereo A, this one, and stereo B. Stereo B is not reliable because it had a problem in the past when they were making some maneuvers behind the sun with those spacecrafts, and this one they messed it, and it's not working fine, and it's all over the place. But this one is reliable, and stereo identifies the intensity of those explosions. There we go. And they have here on almost 3 a.m. on 16. Which is this double flare here. An earthquake 3.4 on not United States. It's on the Atlantic Ocean, right on the conjunction of these three fails here. Danger zone, danger.
Warning. Please run to the bunker and stay calm. Warning.
No, we are not in danger, Ivan. I just saw a video from European Space Agency, interesting. Did you know that these explosions of plasma, when they start heading to the Earth, like this, look. Like this. The sun, and then the coronal mass ejection, bam! When they start here, what do you think? They are faster here or later here? Well, they just explain that they are faster after when they are far away from the sun than when they are leaving the sun. Something they don't understand why, but it's a fact. They are not only faster when they are further away from the sun, but they are also cooler. They are hotter far away from the sun as well, and cooler near the sun. When they explode, they are cooler and slower. And when they get far away from the sun and go behind the earth, everything, they get faster and hotter, which they can't explain why. You see? Real scientists can't explain why. And this is a cannibal. Bam! Bam! But it seems like this one is not added to the Earth. Mainly because we don't see anything here relevant. That flare was after. This is my bet, it's not added to the Earth. So we can say we were lucky. My bunker is in my bathtub. No, the explosion? No. It's like a travel. The plasma explodes in the sun. Then it goes with the front, it's the front of the structure, it looks like a bulb, in the magnetic field. The magnetic field does like this. Ooh, in space. Expand. And the plasma is there. When there are more, they get close to each other, they interact, and the impacts are higher as well. Now let me see, they had time already to wake up and do some work. Let me see if United States have any update. Spooky action at a distance. Bam! If it was headed to the Earth, I think it's another piece of the puzzle. If it was headed to the Earth, I also think these guys from NOAA already pointed it out. So after European Space Agency says or said that it is likely not headed to the Earth, no, they don't have any information, further information of this. So we can say we were lucky. Nothing. Nothing here. We are forming a flare here. Nothing here on the alerts. Some radiation over the anomaly of the Atlantic here. The Atlantic anomaly on Brazil. Bam. It's more dangerous. This is a fact. Did you know that some satellites turn off while they are passing over that magnetic anomaly? There's a weakened area of our magnetic field of the Earth right near Brazil, over Brazil. And they are more exposed, more vulnerable as well. So nothing here. I think we can say almost for sure. Yeah, it's forming a flare here. Almost for sure that we will not have any impact from this one. Now, cautious, because this group is to be monitored these days. Because look at this. This is the last, and this as well. This shift I explained at the beginning of the stream. This, you see, it flipped. It's a calibration of the instrument. Ignore it. Ignore it. Doesn't matter. Look, 2. We did it twice. So this is to be monitored because it's giving us some M flares. Now, there's another problem that can have impact on Earth. It's just because this was not related with the X flare here, here, because it was after. You see the X flare, it's here. The X flare was here. The X flare, sorry, the M flare. The M flare was here. Okay? The M flare was here. But the event was already here, so it's not related with this. But, and the halo, we can see the halo as well here. But that doesn't mean that this couldn't release plasma and it's head on to the Earth. How can we know it? We can't unless it shows here some differences. Let's see if we can spot some differences here.
Okay, Houston, we've had a problem here.
To do that, we zoom on the side. Well, this will be hard. Let's do like this. This will be very hard to notice. Let's see like this. After the flare, let's see if we have something. Because if we have, then this will do some camouflage, this big one will do some camouflage and mess with the work of the institutions with the second one here. Although it's only an M, it's headed to the Earth. Maybe that's why ESA, European Space Agency, said in the first analysis we think it's far away. Earthquake. 4.1, this was a strong one on Indonesia. And look that there was a second explosion here on the far side as well. This one we can see it's on the far side because nothing happened here. This one was clear, that was on the far side. Nothing here, you see, before the explosion. Ah, very important, the far side. Very important, because I saw something huge that validates the theory, that will validate and add more information to the hypothesis I first released on the beginning of the stream with my eyes, that it's far-sided, the explosion, and not headed to the Earth. My theory, my hypothesis is that it's far-sided and not headed to the Earth. And this adds to it. Look, far side right now. Look at the far side. We have something incoming. This is the far side, this orange layer here. And then this side here is the incoming side, the left side of the sun. It's coming. One here, it will appear in the next few days. Here, that can do some fireworks. We don't know yet. But look at this size here. And it's right on the center, but on the far side. My bet it was this region. This adds to the validation of that hypothesis. This is on the far side, this huge element here, and probably it was this the cause of that far-sided explosion. If that was the case, and I think it was, it will rotate and go to the right. So after this appear, this one also in a few days will be on the front side of the sun, and that means
Run to the bunker.
Warning. Please run to the bunker and stay calm. Warning.
Remember that these auroras that we just had, were a consequence of a G4 solar storm. That G4 solar storm arrived at Earth, as usual, between 1 to 4 days. This one was fast. 1 to 4 days. That means 1 to 4 days before that geomagnetic storm, we were here warning you about that. We saw that explosion headed to the Earth. So it was not new to us, those geomagnetic storms. But before that, I still remember, you probably don't because it's too much information and you are not always here, but I remember very well. A few days before, look, I have it here. We had something like this. So the story is, something like this was here, we warned. It returned to the front side of the sun, we warned. It caused, after a while, an explosion of plasma headed to the Earth, we warned. And it impacted the Earth and we enjoyed the auroras in the sky. It's happening again. It's happening again. Something huge, it's behind the sun. And if we are right, this massive explosion was from that region, and that means if it remembers to do the same when it turns around and is on a position favorable to hit the Earth like this one here, then
we are doomed.
Can happen, it can happen. We are warning. Just warning to be aware of it, okay? Now look. What do you see here? Here. Not good. The story. Not good. Look at the image. Here. Not good. Live stream. Huge sunspots incoming. The story was this. Started here. Then they arrived. There was a second wave because they are like twins. Second wave, bam! And after a while, it's happening. X9, bam! And then, the geomagnetic storms. So the story can repeat again. We will be monitoring this very well because this massive explosion, although we were lucky, hopefully, we were lucky according to my prediction. It can be a different story next time he rotates in front of us. What comes around goes around. Check! Is in the house! The Hammer Guys. So you may want to subscribe to be always updated for this about this information. What are you saying about the DNA? Yeah, we are made of star stuff. I believe that. Well, not believe. We came from there. a new beat. That's a good way to watch it. History doesn't repeat. It boogies to a new beat. Yeah, it's true. It was kind of a flop for what we were expecting. But we warned about that as well, because the first X-Flare was far-sighted, was strong, but then the second one, there were 4. Second X-Flare from that region was on the side, and nothing. It was an X-Flare, but no coronal mass ejection associated. Remember, one thing, it's the X-Flare. Can happen the X-Flare, a massive explosion of radiation. Most of it comes in 8 minutes at the speed of light. 8 minutes it's on the Earth, or near the speed of light. And it provides impact on satellites, satellite communications, radio communications, astronauts, people flying near dangerous zones, like near the poles or something. It's not good to be exposed too often on radiation. That's why when we go to X-ray on doctors, on the hospital, we don't do that every day, no. And the nurses close the door and get away from there while the machine is working, no? That's for a reason. No radiation. It's dangerous. So when it's too much radiation, like on the X-flares impacts on Earth, that we usually see from here. Here. That's why where we see the impacts. Where is it? Here. You see? The radiation. Bam! You see? Earthquake. 3.1 on Alaska again. Alaska. Aware. Be aware. So this is radiation, but the different thing is the plasma, the coronal mass ejections that we have that take not the speed of light because they are dense, and they take about 1 to 4 days depending on the speeds. It's very difficult to find the speeds. Well, they can measure, that's why they say more or less, they predict more or less the day of the impact, but sometimes they fail. So there's a different thing that is the coronal mass ejection. It's important for us to know that. The ones that don't. You that came here a lot to the live stream know that very well. Well, that's a remote. What if humans have historically bounced between Mars and the Earth? That's a remote hypothesis. Look, that reminds me the TikTok again. When I'm scrolling on TikTok, I laugh a lot with all that AI and stuff that we see, those giants with building the pyramids and that music on the background. No, I don't believe that. I'm open-minded, but theoretical joke. Okay. I was not smart enough to reach it. Remember, all of you that the ones that didn't watch the Comet, naked eye, it's awesome. I could see it naked eye on Thursday. It was the man, loads of storm, loads of clouds all the days, and suddenly it opens and we could watch it naked eye. And also with these binoculars that are very nice. These binoculars are pocket binoculars. They are very soft, so they magnify twice only. But this is awesome for this kind of events because it's very wide, the field. This is good for a game or theater or something that you can't see very well, and bam, it's like wearing strong glasses to the sky. So I have them here on Amazon. They are not expensive, and on Amazon they have the version of SV Bonnie. Man, I stopped working with Astro Shop because the way they have the affiliate links, it's awful. I had multiple people buying these binoculars from their links, and they showed me the traffic as well because I talked with them. They didn't answer for a week. Then I spoke with a friend of mine that I have there on that company, and he contacted Germany, and they right away they answered me. Well, you know, I don't like that kind of behavior. And then they show me the traffic. It was a high traffic. I knew because I monitor my traffic of when you click a link of my dobsonianpower.com page. I know. I don't know who did it, but I know that it was a buy or not. And they had loads of traffic identified, and I had mine. It matched, but they work very bad. So I don't work for them anymore with affiliate links. Only Amazon. Amazon is awesome. Amazon is spot on. We buy everything on Amazon nowadays. It's very, very nice. Hey, Star Guy is in the house. How's that going, Star Guy from Florida? After those harsh moments. I never will forget the moment I saw. Of course, you will not. Me neither. It's a once-in-a-lifetime event, man. Please try to capture it with naked eyes. The beauty of it is naked eyes, man. On telescopes, you will have loads of comets. Here, we do loads of captures with telescopes of comets, asteroids, everything. Live with you. But naked eye is naked eye. Nothing can replace naked eye. If you notice, we were the first ones live streaming the comet. Chris Green was with his telescope providing the views. He was the first ones to watch naked eye the comet when it was at dusk yet. No, it was at dawn, and then I could see it right after the sunset here a few days after, and it was a magical moment. Once in a lifetime event. With the kids, with your relatives, you should try it if you have clear skies, of course. Look west. After the sun goes down, when it disappears, it should be right away, because later it's darker, but it's lower in the sky, and sometimes with the atmosphere and the smog, it depends on your location. But usually we have the smog from the city, we have the turbulent atmosphere, we have buildings and trees or whatever. So you take the opportunity right after the sun goes down. You look at the left of the sun, it's on west, so you look at the west, at the left of the sun, a bit up, but near the horizon, and you try to find the comet. Now, you will see first Venus, because it's super bright, looks like a star. It's Venus, it's the first star appearing in the sky because it's super bright. It reflects loads of solar light, and it's super bright. You will see Venus, but it's not there. It's to the right. Between where the sun went down and Venus, you will see, higher than Venus probably, you will see the comet. I will show you the position so you can see it. Yes, we have supermoon, and it's the largest one of the year. It's the largest one. Look, tonight will be, this is Stellarium. I think I have clouds, but I will check. You see? West, the sun is settling already, and this is here. Venus, it's here. The sun, it's here. And the comet, it's here, like a triangle, you see? So, between the sunset and Venus, higher in the sky, this is at 30 degrees altitude right now, but it will go lower. You see, at 8 o'clock will be a good time, between 7:30 maybe. Mine was 7:30, the right time to watch it, because later, but now it's higher in the sky. Well, almost 8 o'clock, between 7:45 probably, you will see Venus right below, right over the horizon, almost disappearing. The sun already disappeared, you see this twilight, but then you will see here the comet. You have to pay attention to the sky, and you will see like a small line, white line with it looks like a star. It's the comet itself here at the core, you see, and it's beautiful. I could see it perfectly with a tail, a long tail, and then with binoculars it will magnify it. But if you don't have binoculars, doesn't matter, because it's visible naked eye. It will be less and less visible each day that passes, because it will get fainter and fainter. Fainter and fainter. So it's the opportunity, it's now or never. Now or never. Let me see if I have views or not. Because the weather changes. Let me see. Earthquake 3.7 on Mexico. No, I don't have the views yet. It's very high, the sun, but I have clouds there. The problem is that I have clouds, and the moon will wash away a bit. Wash away a bit, of course. Yes, I saw it as well. If you're enjoying the show, remember to give it a like to spread it all over the world. Thank you. Right after the sunset. When the sun is not visible anymore, you still see the light. Start watching that direction. It's always the same direction, because it's near the sun. Right now it's too early. It's 6 p.m. here, so it will be, and the sun is still there. So, the best time, in my opinion, because it was my best time, is after 7:30. And my best time was near 7:30. But now it's higher in the sky. The comet will be higher in the sky, but fainter, and with the moonlight. So right away, 7:30. From then, you will see the sun is already down. You will not see the sun. Just a bit of light, and slowly you will start seeing. Just pick a chair. What I did was I sit there with a chair, the binoculars near me, so after I've spotted, it's easier with spot it with binoculars as well. If you have binoculars, take them with you and start watching them, because the sun is already gone. You will not be in danger to watch the sun with to point to the sun. It's dangerous. So pick a chair, and if possible, and sit in a position that you can see the west. You can see west, south, southwest. So the first thing you will see, and you will remember my words, it's Venus. Venus, it will look like a bright star at the left. Right, Tiago was right, I'm watching Venus. The sun is down. Now what he said was to look above Venus, between Venus at the left and the sun that is gone at the right. So you move your eyes up above Venus, to the right of Venus and above, and you will start focusing on that area there. Not only a single point, that area. And slowly there will be a moment that you will see something, because your eyes will adapt to the situation, to the environment. And when you see, it will be like a small draw, something white with, it looks like a star with a draw. That's the comet, and you will start see more stars. As the night falls, you will see more stars. Thank you, Quasar, for gifting 10 Dobsonian Power memberships. Thank you. Welcome you all to the spaceship. You are now an explorer. You are an explorer. I lost my chat again, man. Incredible. The connection, it's not very good here.
It's the King's son.
Okay, for the ones that just joined us, we were analyzing all of this explosion. My bet is that it's far-sighted. The only institution, official institution, that helps to validate this is European Space Agency. Already reported it as likely far-sighted as well. In a first analysis, as they said, I quote, a first analysis tell us that should be far-sighted. But previous to that, and I explained why I think it's far-sighted with my eyes. To me, it's clear, almost clear that it's far-sighted, so no impact on Earth from this one. But this one that we have here, after here, you see, this one that we have here, this X-flare, may have a coronal mass ejection associated and be mixed with that huge far-sighted explosion and interfere with the analysis. That we will have to wait, because I can't have access right now to the instrument because it was calibrating and I don't have access to it, to the SDO. I only have this one. This one is the GOES. It's updated, so this we have the last images, and I have this one as well. But from here, this one is updated. But from here, so the flip, this is a calibration glitch. We can see something here after the flare. The flare, and then bam, you see some explosion here. But only from this image I can't tell. I don't see anything because I'm limited today with imagery. This is the last image we have. Let's go back. Yeah, nothing huge seems to be happening here. However, this is to be monitored very closely, this region, and mainly I'm worried about this one that is right now on the far side, and probably the origin of that coronal mass ejection, that huge one, this one. Hey, Star Guy! Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you! For your super chat. Thank you. Much more Dobsonian power, stellar.
Stellar, lunar, solar and comet knowledge to our channel. Explorers, members, and guests. Bam, 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 bam.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. The Geomagnetic.
The rise of the Phoenix.
After those terrible moments with hurricanes, we are now recovering from that. Yes, Star Guy was evacuated as well. Was in the evacuation zone. Thank you so much. Soon we will be all together again doing the solar live with our telescopes. Hope everything is fine with Stargirl as well. So this is the one that we will be monitoring. And let me just see if we have any update from NOAA or something. But it seems they didn't post any update on it yet. Another thing that is receiving loads of hype in the mainstream media is the, online media, digital media, is the solar maximum. I don't understand very well why they decided to say that today was, or yesterday. Today is the official, we are entering the solar maximum. We knew that already. We were leaving the solar maximum already. And suddenly they decided one day, I think it's because of this graphic here of the solar cycle. It's right here, and he made a peak here, but this, we don't know if this is the peak of the solar maximum. They are saying we enter the solar maximum, and the peak probably will be next year in 2025. But probably because of this, the number of sunspots reached here a higher height here from the previous heights, so it's a higher height. And probably was because of that, or to draw the attention to the solar maximum that we are living. Well, whatever. It's a hype that it's nothing particularly interesting or huge for us that are monitoring the sun. Maybe for the mainstream is something interesting they were not aware of. Okay, so no more information. We have what we have. My bet, far-sighted, we will not have any impact. If so, it will be from that small X flare, some coronal mass ejection, but from what I saw here, there's nothing that appears to be huge. We will wait for, and we don't have the imagery available to confirm that, but it seems no. So my bet is we were lucky. It's not this time. And be very careful about the one that will appear that is far-sighted right now, that black sunspot that we have, that will be in a few days in the front side of the sun, and that one, yes, could be the problem and could generate again geomagnetic storms by consequence of coronal mass ejections. We will see if this time is not kind of a flop that the other one was. Well, we had the geomagnetic storms, but it was not so as huge as we were expecting. Yes, thank you for the likes. I will land the spaceship and I will see you on the next live stream. Be positive, a great rest of the week. The weekend is near and I will be here for you with every event. If we have clear skies, I will do the Orionids, the meteor shower. It seems that this year we can have not more meteors, but larger meteors that will bring us beautiful views of meteors exploding, bam, in the sky if we have luck. We'll see, depends on the weather. Thank you very much and I'll see you next live stream. Stay positive. Bam.